Oh, fuck! We're doing it. Can't afford to lose condition anymore. This might be the dumbest thing I've ever done. But, fuck it. We may be able to make it, I don't know. I just don't know. So it feels like minus 22 still, minus 15. Fuck. Fuck, we're too cold. Fuck. Oh, we're so close. Minus 9. Minus 11. Minus 10. G'day chaps and welcome back. So I have managed to get our condition up to 73%, 6 hours of daylight left. I haven't gone and got that wolf yet, because I was too worried about our condition, to be honest. And I still am. I've been thinking about it. I don't feel comfortable with where we're at. I really don't. So I don't know. I'm concerned that we're not going to get over to the building on the other side. So I'm going to concentrate on getting us up to 100% condition. Instead, I'm going to concentrate on gathering enough fuel and just making sure we're safe. I believe that's probably the wisest course of action. I was thinking about playing with us just being at 50% or 60% even, and that just changed my mind. I don't think it's wise. I really don't think it's wise. I started a fire out there. It was far too windy. It wasn't working for us. The stars were not aligned, and I was thinking about travelling, and then I thought it through, and we're going to need a lot of fuel if we're going to travel, because we have coal, we have a lot of coal, and that coal is enough to have us survive in these kind of temperatures, but we didn't have enough fuel to get the fire warm enough to get the coal on, to have it burn long enough to get the coal on, because before you can put coal onto a fire it needs to burn for 25 minutes, I believe. So anyway, I've basically been thinking through our strategy. So I went back inside the cave, I gathered all the wood we could find, all the sticks I could find, broke down the branches that were in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to travel. So we're going to warm up here, we're going to start this fire. I have 27 sticks, so it's not too cold right now, it's just we're also running low on matches. I think we're getting into that late game stage where the Interloper difficulty just does not want us alive. And I'm getting more and more concerned about our condition, basically. I'm getting more and more concerned about how we survive. And this is not the map to be taking any kind of chances on. But I don't really see any alternative. The wind seems okay, so let's stick most of the sticks on. That should do it. That should get us up to above 0. I'm going to take some meat from this wolf. Okay, there we are, we're above 0. Just going to grab this meat very quickly. We are above 0, but only barely above 0, so that just illustrates basically what I'm talking about. I also drank most of our tea and ate most of our cattails, because I didn't want to come out and risk the cold out here. So this is what I mean about the cold and the wind and the temperature. So 7 minutes before we can add coal. The wind is picking up though. Of course the wind can just kill a fire in seconds. So I'm going to concentrate on seeing if we can get this pelt. Let's just see what happens to the fire. Sometimes the wind can blow and the fire doesn't get too affected, which seems to be the case now. So I'll add coal. That will warm us up enough. I'll take another piece of meat from here. Just one. And I reckon we're probably going to spend the night here too. So I'm really wanting to get our condition up to the highest it can be. And I picked that stuff up, I picked all the guts up and what have you, because I wasn't sure if we were going to be travelling or not. Basically. So where are we at? Let's have a look. This kind of feels blustery. Feels like there might be a storm coming in. We do have enough water. We'll just go for another half litre. Basically, I'm getting the feeling that our life is more or less in the balance now because it's just become so difficult. And I'm getting more and more worried. In essence. So I think we're at the point of where we use the resources that we have. And just concentrate on getting our condition up to as high as it can be, because even doing this run over to this structure on the other side of the map, I think that I've realised that it's actually a major risk to our health. Let's put it that way. So I'm actually quite worried about it. It's just the temperatures, they've just got so much worse, to the point where you just can't really travel. And I was also thinking back through my Stalker game, and travelling across the ice is incredibly difficult, and there's no kind of shelter. And then there are wolves as well, so as much as it sucks, I think the smarter strategy is not to go across the ice, and we're just going to have to kind of take the wolves on and go around the side of the map. And the reason for that is that we are going to need so much fuel, we're going to have to keep on starting fires again and again and again just to make it over there. So fuel has actually become a real issue. Just sticks. Just having enough sticks is actually a major concern now. And it seems weird, but
can't feel my hands.
It's true. Alright. So we're going to spend the night here. Pop this guy down. Oops. I'm just going to drop this outside, a bit of housekeeping. There we go. Now I'm going to eat this wolf meat. That only gives us something. If we only eat one piece at a time, we don't really have to worry about intestinal parasites. It's only when we eat too much that we have to worry. I need to remember to take care of all my shit. So I'll drop the stuff that we're going to take with us here. Drop all of this to cure. I need to remember to put my cured things outside. Do this really quickly so that we don't actually contract any kind of hypothermia damage. And I think for me this just illustrates, I mean I'm recording this now instead of just doing it because I wanted to show just the kind of permanent danger we're living in right now. The permanent risk of death and destruction. Right, we're not going to get to sleep that much, so we're not tired enough. So we'll go for 5 hours, and then we're going to have to pass quite a lot of time. We're going to have to eat all of our cattails, I believe. We're almost out of reishi tea. I've drunk loads of that. We had lots of it. Okay, that'll take us down to 0 calories. We really have no choice to doing this in my mind. I mean, I could go out and run around. But again, I'm in here.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
Do I risk eating that other wolf meat? I don't know how high the risk of parasites goes. Let's be smart. Let's use the resources we have. I hate to eat the cattails because they last forever, but on the other hand, let's not take any risks. I don't think we can afford to take any risks at all anymore. I think, even though our condition looks good, I think we're living very precariously, basically. 80%. Let's rest. Let's do the same again. So again, I'm looking for 90% condition. Passing time does improve condition.
I need anything right about now.
I'll take the reishi tea as well. Let's just take all the calories that we can. 2 hours of sleep was going to be 2. Let's just do that. I think that should take us up to the point where we're fully rested. Let's just see. Now, of course, 11 hours of daylight outside is going to be absolutely brutally cold. So let's do it. Let's just consume the rest of our resources. We're going to have to gather more. No idea what's going to happen to us, but we're going to set off in just a minute. We're not going to need to kill any wolves for their meat. We're going to leave the wolf pelts here. If we manage to make it back here, then we can deal with gathering wolf pelts and sorting a coat out at that time. But I'm not going to bother until we get that far. I just realised how much danger we're in, basically. I know I keep repeating it, but things are... We need to use the resources we have to stay alive, basically. That's the conclusion. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to pick our stuff up there. Let's go back in. Minus 20, but it's going to be worse. Minus 35 in the wind. Brutal, horrible. I'm going to run around and sleep another hour. It's too cold. So I'm just running to get us a little tired. I'm going to sleep another hour. Just too cold. And it's getting to the point where it's almost too hard to be fun anymore. Well, maybe not. Maybe, I mean, it is still fun. Well, maybe I'm just complaining because it is too hard. There's no respite in the difficulty. It's just so very difficult now. The game does not want us to be alive, basically. Okay, so that we're going to go for it no matter what. This is it. Let's go. I'm kind of getting to the point where if we die, we die. We've survived 65 days now, which is a bloody good run for any kind of standards. Okay, so we're still... And it's minus 30. So, I mean, in this kind of temperature, you've got seconds, you know, maybe 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes before you start getting hypothermia damage. So it's not a case of whether we get damage or not, it's a case of how much damage we take before we can get over to a structure. And that's kind of become the way the entire game is. And that's the way it was when I was back up at that area, trying to live off rabbits and just survive that way. It's tough. So let's just see how we do. So I'm going to head down to the bottom. Cattails, of course, are worth picking up. We're going to stop to get those, but I'm not going to go too much out of my way. What we really need to do is concentrate on just finding some kind of shelter. And we're going to need to build another fire. Fuel is as important as food now. It's got to that stage. So we're going to collect any and all kind of sticks we see. But only sticks, because we can't afford to break anything down, it's too cold. So we're back to that kind of that beginner state where our life depends on how many sticks we can find. And I know it seems weird because we've collected so much and we have clothes and we have a bow. But we really are back there. And those cattails there, even those I'm going to leave. Because we're already at risk for hypothermia. I'm prepared to use our flare gun if we have to. And I have no idea where any kind of shelter is around here. So, I mean, this game's just become so very brutal. So very brutal now. And I'm pretty sure we can't get across this ice here, so we're going to have to run around. This way. All of these sticks are beautiful. And the other thing is, I mean, because of the lack of shelter, the wind really is our enemy, because we can't start fires, we can't... There's nowhere we can kind of hole up and recover if we're in the open like this, so... Maybe it's just this map. The combination of Interloper on this map is something I've never kind of experienced before. I'll let this episode run on until we find some kind of shelter. This for me is kind of the big trip. Because I know how hard this is going to be to get where we're going. So we're heading over to the structure with the furnace, the abandoned whatever it is. I didn't check the name. Okay, looks like we're safe. We'll just check this hut. Hypothermia risk 13, not too terrible yet. We can contract hypothermia and be alright as long as we get over to that area. I'm pretty sure that there's enough fuel, as in reclaimed wood, that we can stay warm for 24 hours. The plan is to just sleep there and recover anyway. And there are deer right next to that structure, so there is a food source as long as we can bring it down. Nothing in here, of course. Ooh. Spoke far too soon. Wasn't expecting that. It's only 300 calories, I believe. So really not enough to make a difference. I think we're going to be okay heading across the ice here. Yep. And I have seen a bear around these parts on the Stalker game. So, I mean, I'm kind of, when I'm talking about the hypothermia risk, I am kind of resigning myself to just getting it, because I'm not expecting to find any kind of shelter. Which is, again, just why I've tried to get our condition up to just as high as it can be before we set out on this trip. It's become a struggle. A true struggle to survive, basically. Anyway, I'll stop repeating myself. There's some kind of... That's an abandoned tunnel over there. I doubt very much that there's a cave, but... might be enough shelter for us to start a fire and just warm up before we continue. Might be wise. I mean, it's the only kind of shelter in this vicinity. At 69% and 29% hypothermia risk, it's probably really a very good idea for us to go over and find some shelter. So I'll just grab these cattails and keep our fingers, really just keep them crossed that we can go over there. I don't know if that's the bear's home. I really have no idea. But we have to find shelter right now. So we're going. We're being forced into it. We do have our flare gun. Let's climb over this little bit here just so we get some kind of visibility as to what's on the other side. Okay, we can't get through there, but at least I saw there's no bear. More sticks, this is good. Yeah, let's just get to shelter. I can't run, I'm too heavy. So, as painful as it is, we're just going to have to walk over like this. This is tough stuff, boys. It's tough. Very tough going. Alright, so we're through. No danger. Also no kind of shelter. Hypothermia risk 40%. This is going up really quickly. So, and again, I just don't know this map well enough to head for anything but that structure. So this is the closest thing that seems to provide some kind of protection from the elements. So this is where we're going to go and start our fire. An indoor cave would be an absolute godsend, but I don't believe that's going to be the case. I'm prepared to use fuel on this. It's an emergency, so we just need to get to a point where we have wind protection and then we'll get our fire going. I think this should do it. Yeah, we've got wind protection here. We can't get under here. Okay, so this is where we're holding up. We are going to, we'll drop that and then we'll get our fire started. Okay, we can use our magnifying lens, sticks, and we'll use our lamp oil. 100% chance of starting this, so I think we can avoid getting hypothermia. We'll use sticks we've been gathering all this time.
It worked.
Alright, let's just see how much heat that generates. -9, -8, -7, -6, -5, -4. Hypothermia risk 50%, 51%. Okay, and we're above. Oh, we just hit 0. That's just above 0. Incredible. So we're starving. Ah, we can heat up our soup. We haven't done this for a long time. I don't think we've had soup for... I don't think we've ever had soup in Interloper. This is perfect. We're starving and we're numb. This is absolutely perfect. Let's eat that right down. So 300 beautiful calories. And it's taken away our hypothermia risk. Hey, hey. Okay. 20 minutes before we can add that coal. This is what I've been talking about. Basically. So hypothermia risk now 47%. Right, so the emergency is over. But this is the only way we can get across the map, and it's taken 30 odd % condition just to get this far. 4 hours of daylight left, so it's going to get colder. This is tough. This is tough. The other thing as well is there's no way to save the game. Of course. Can we add coal yet? 7 minutes. It's exciting stuff though. Who's to say if we're going to make it or not? Really. 1 minute before we can add coal. Any kind of maintenance we can do? Not really. That should be okay. Right. That's going to get us... Alright, let's actually use this coal. This is why we brought it. Let's get this fire really, really hot. We still have 20 sticks, so that's enough to start another fire. Alright, so you see how this fire has gone up to 40, 50, plus 50. It's going to warm us up really, really fast now. And this is going to get rid of our hypothermia risk, and this is what I meant. Because this is what we have to do, but it's getting the fire burning long enough in shelter that we can add the coal. That's the point at which we can die, basically. Okay. Hypothermia risk just down to 5% now. We'll just give that another minute. Ah, I forgot to wear my second hat, so put that back on. Oops. Hypothermia risk is nearly over, 3%. Very, very tough. Tough stuff. So, how much water do we have? We're probably carrying too much. So I do actually want to be able to run when I get our weight down below 40 kilos. So I'm going to eat. You might criticize this as saying I shouldn't be eating now, but we need to lose some weight. It's probably not the place to lose weight, to be honest. I should probably be dropping water. But fuck it. I'm just going to play the best I can now. Whether we live or die, who knows? What else can we drop? We need all that. Risk of intestinal parasites has passed. So, hypothermia risk has passed. I'm going to eat that right away. Also, double benefit. That saves the game. Perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So we can drop a half litre. That takes us to under 40 kilos. Take a brand and we're off. We're off. Okay. Back down to minus 27. We can't run. Why can't we run? Fuck. Now we can run. Okay. So it's really that 40 kilo marker that makes all the difference. Oh fuck. Fuck you, you bastard. Let's go for the old... no. Just not going to risk it. Our condition's too low. It took the bleeding... It took the guts as well. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not going to use another flare. You die. Because you're bad. Oh, fuck! Motherfucker! God damn it. We're doing it. We need that. We need that extra energy.